Good morning, good morning, good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Faisal. Good morning, Kamori people. Question Friday. Today is Question Friday. Today, I don't talk unless I'm told to talk. Questions tell me to talk, and then I talk. Question Friday. So good morning, Raymond. Good morning, Abby. Question Friday. Ikarege kaffe kali wako olwokutaano gannange. Karege kaffe. Question Friday, people. Big horn, just avoid it. Avoid the big horn. There is nothing to talk about it. Some of the people that have the big horn on the road, they have the Mark II engine or the newer engine. It's called the Isuzu Big Horn. Yeah, not a very friendly car. Avoid it if you can. It's not a very friendly car. Avoid the Isuzu Big Horn. Yeah. Yes, good morning, Martha. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Daniel. Chesa is the same as a Mark II. Sota. Same engine, same components. It's just the design that changes. Good morning, Damali. How are you, Damali? Innocent. Good morning, Arthur. Fuel consumption of an Impreza. Impreza is about 1.5 liter. So a liter should ideally take you for 15 to 20 kilometers in Kampala. Why that? It should be taking you more than that, but Kampala is not normal. We have potholes, we have humps, we have hills. In this hill that I'm going up on, yeah. What good type of size should I buy for Toyota Corolla? Tires? Buy Linglong. For me, that's the only thing, because I've bought all these other tires. They are trash. I can tell you, but Linglong, so always just make sure you have good rims. They are very well balanced. Backward wheel balancing. Then you make sure you have good alignment. Kati okumanya emoroka eri very well balanced. Kati olabe yo space yetuli maaso empira gitambula bulungi. Emoroka etalina wheel balancing, the tires be dancing, and that also affects the tire lifetime. Yeah, so just buy Linglong. Go to City Tires and buy Linglong. Yeah, so far I'm happy with Linglong, and it was the first set of tires I bought on my first Chibina. I kept on buying, and I had never been disappointed until I wanted to save some money. I don't know how much do you save? 20k, 10k. Go buy Linglong. Toyota IQ, I've seen it recently. I've seen it. Must be a good car, but it should be bought by people that have torque. The Babede people should buy it because it's a 2-seater. In Uganda, I've realized that majority of us, once in a while you may want to carry a big number of people. So the Toyota IQ should be like car number 3 or number 4. Or if you're an only child and your parents died and you're only one in this world, you buy the Toyota IQ. Okay, but and maintenance will not be cheap because it doesn't share spares. It's a very small car. Yeah, but it's a good car. I'm sure it's like maximum 900cc. Might even be 600cc. So you'll be there driving your motorcycle in a car. Does Valvematic mean automatic valves? Yes. It has a controller for the valves, an independent controller for the valves. You see, the VVTi, the valves are controlled by the computer, but it still has a body throttle. But then the Valvematic has a body throttle which is not as useful for the car as it is for the VVTi. So it's simply an improvement in how the valves open and close. It ends up giving the car better fuel mileage of about 5 to 10%. It gives the car fuel efficiency that is better than the VVTi, but not so much though. So Valvematic is an okay engine. If anyone is discouraging you, they don't know what they are talking about. It's an improvement in technology. Car makers are trying to find ways to save the environment by using the less fuel you use, the more you save the environment. Yes, it will, Abe. They call it PP3. They put a plaster kind of thing in there. It's better than Chiiso. Because I actually wanted to let them have the tire and I top up and get a new tire. The guy told me no, it's not necessary. They do what they call PP3 and they do it so many times. And it's okay. I have a RAV4 98 model but want to upgrade to raised Forester. Talk about its maintenance and fuel consumption. If you have been maintaining the RAV4 old model, you can surely maintain the thingy, the Forester. The Forester will give you better fuel mileage. I hope you're buying the newer model. Is it the XT-XV? They'll give you better fuel mileage because they are improved technology and all. Maintenance will be a little more expensive than the RAV4, but you'll be driving a newer car. We say newer cars generally have higher maintenance costs. Still okay. Yeah. How do I know my plugs are worn out and need replacement? So ideally, if you buy good plugs, you should drive them for 2 years. So every 2 years, change your plugs. If your car spoils plugs every 6 months, then the engine has a problem, definitely. So when you buy good plugs, like the plugs I have in my car, I'm making because I bought the first set of plugs with the old engine. I drove them for a year, okay, year and a half, and then along the way, because that engine had a leakage of the top cover, so it was putting oil in the plug holes. So I changed the plugs and put the ones I have. Now they're the same plugs I'm driving with this old car, this new engine. Okay, now these new plugs are making about 8 months, I think. Okay, but I'm going to change the plugs because this is a new engine and I want better mileage. But ideally, the ones that I'm going to put in this engine, I will drive them for 2 years. So if you buy good plugs, that's why if you're driving a Toyota, go with your logbook to Toyota Uganda and get plugs for your engine if you haven't changed the engine. If the engine is still like, if it were 1NZ, even if you change the engine and put another 1NZ, so just go to Toyota and get plugs prescribed for that engine. You should drive those plugs for 2 years. No, but the manual cars are there. Even in the bond, they are there, but they are very few. Like in the bond where we got the room, they don't have a manual car. Yet they had more than 200 cars. Yeah, they didn't. So manual cars are there. Ideally, if you want a manual car, it's better you import it yourself. But they are there. But I would not recommend that you import a manual car. Only import a manual car if you know your income is there. Good morning, Emmanuel. I have 10 million between Primo Old Model and Mark II Grand. Buy the Mark II Grand. It will give you a better driving experience. Good morning, Travelog. After I have 10 million, what car can I find on the market? Mark II Grand, Mark II Musota. But the Mark II Grand, you don't be picky about the number plate. If you have 10, you can buy Vitz, Primo Old Model. Okay, Ipsam, because I've seen it now. In the past, if someone had 10 million, but the car prices have skyrocketed. You can get the Harrier Old Model 3000cc. 3000cc, you can get it. Which other car? Chikumi Kumi. That Primo Jojobo Jofreja. Avensis, if it's available. Yes, Avensis. But I have a friend of mine, Musombesa from Mark. Smack. Yampeleze chesa tutugule steering rack. Bana inge mbakubi oruseke. You can get banange moroka za million mekati. You know, I'm looking at cars that will also be in good condition. You can get the Subarus, Impreza, before you can get the Golf 4. You can get the Citroen. Just don't be picky about number plates. Be picky about the condition. What other car? Raum Old Model, Spacio Old Model. Ngabo jira bayiri mabega wakanta. Then akakamoro kakajitu and the one behind the lorry. Then you can get a Karibu. That's Chibina there. Look at some of the cars, I'm even forgetting them. Kupate tucha azikura. Oloza no milioni 10 moro kazo sobola okulatezibwedde yo baba. Zibaziweddeyo. Good morning, Mavo Gadgets. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Derek. Arthur, about the hesitation in the coils, buy new coils. Buy new coils. I've bought them before, I think. Just buy new coils. Buy new coils. It's better that you buy new coils. Just buy new coils. Question Friday, guys. But you people that have techno, how do you you people that have Techno, I wanted to ask, how do you like remove all these ads that come with Techno? You be using your phone, excuse me, you open an app and then Jambo Arthur, thanks for enlightening us. Amina Mugaga, how are you today? Juko Akram, visitor to Jaji Funanga ya VVTI inga nunji milioni 10. That's the thing.
Continue on Bombo Road for 800 meters.
Talk about family cars and business cars with 7 seats below 15 million. Ipsam, but I talked about those cars yesterday. Maybe I just didn't talk about the prices. You can get the new model that I talked about, the newer Voxe. You can get the Ipsam, Gaia. You can get a bad wish. I'm saying a bad wish because I want to make it categorically clear that it will be bad at your 15 or less. You can get the newer, the one, the Mugongo Gwamba, the old model, the Field Touara, Simanya Road Touara, Simanya Aero Touara, those ones. You will get them. Then the sisters, I think those are the ones for 15 million and below. Some of those you can actually save money, like the. Good morning, King Daniel. Good morning, Caris. Good morning, Stach. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Nick Wabuyi. Network counter wa Nyamavo gadget nae. Netu jamalako. A friend has a Mark II Grand that engages gears with a bang. Is it normal? He feels the gears entering with resistance. Does that gearbox have hydraulic oil? Because that's the first step. Let him do service of the gearbox. If possible, you should have the mechanic wash the katimba, the sieve down there. Then put the right amount of hydraulic oil and then see if it continues. If it continues, then he has to repair the gearbox. If it's really the gears, sometimes the bang can come from a bad mounting and all. After I'm of a view, as we here, we create our fans group on WhatsApp. Maybe it can help us on those little startup who plan to buy cars, and we see how to help each other by all driving our own. Very good idea, Starch. Very good idea, guys. What do you think about it? How often should I take to replace the belt? The belt for wish or Kawundo? Which belt exactly? Because sometimes the belt depends on wear and tear. Like have the belt that runs from the alternator to the water pump, to the crank thingy. That belt can be because you can see that it's worn out. So that one depends on wear and tear. It has no mileage. Then there is this timing belt that people say which sometimes it just breaks, but sometimes you can get a mechanic to inspect it. Bwana Arthur, it's not only the Techno but all Chinese phones. Man, because Samsung doesn't have that, but I have this company phone, it's a Techno. Man, it bombards you with things. There is a way you can disable those ads from the phone settings. I'm sure I'm going to find it. Mavo gadget, you can put instruction go already. Since there's a car in it, if you have the instruction, also to or something here. I mean, do you support someone buying a car on loan? I've never supported that, but sometimes the heart wants what it wants, right? So Jakwe Sanganga, someone just wants that and they can't afford it at the time, so they decide to buy that car on loan. Then but personally I would not recommend it kuba nange nze nali ngeze ku mu bondi nga bagenda kumpa n'emmotoka enneekuba neŋŋamba nfa kinensi kitegeera. So that's why for me personally I'm in support of you buying an old car that you can afford, other than you buying a new car that you can't afford, because if you can't afford something you just can't afford it. It's like you borrowing money to build a house, and you want to borrow money and build a house and finish it. Like I've been telling you guys, our mortgage in Uganda is doing the little things we can afford, little by little, until we can afford what we want. There is a video, you guys, I'm sure you saw it on social media, where the chick was saying that people often think that Africans are poor, but Africans are rich, because what we own, we actually own. But to go to places like US, Europe, people don't own anything. Someone can go and buy this phone from a shop on credit. And we all know that happens. Someone can go and get a brand new car. You can go and get a new car. You can get a phone without paying even a single shilling, but you pay per month. For us, I own my car. Whatever we have, we own. And if you find a Ugandan that has big loans, it's probably the fact that he borrowed money for a business and it did not work out. But they are bringing it. I saw on Kampala Road, guys lend phones now, new phones. You go and get a Samsung phone and they give you 6 months to pay. They are doing it, but just know it's not a fair deal. America, if you get a car on loan, just know you're buying a car by almost 100% more. You get it? So normally, I don't recommend that you buy a car on credit or on loan. Buy a car you can afford. You guys, in the Morocco young in Nabagama, Najibule million, yes, 2 years, any day. Of course, right now you cannot get a car like mine at 5. A Morocco young age, million. That's how much the prices have increased. Era mujukiranga abagambo bosologula ya kaproti katika gule because na plot na obujja kulinya okitegeera. I've constantly told you the mortgage for houses for Uganda, the mortgage for houses is you start building gobe nyuma ya bisenge bisatu zimba ke kimu kiyingire gena maso ngozimba ebirala bopaka bono bimalayo bofuna mu rusente kuba plaster bofuna mu rusente olateka mu tiles bofuna mu rusente siga langi ontegeera bofuna mu rusente sika masanyalaze bazadde baffe mwoba wakola n'abazadde bo. Me I grew up with my grandmother, so nyumba nagisanga ngo yagimala dujizimba, but mwabakuze ne bazadde bamwe ngokuze ne tata wonga he's working. I'm sure you saw that happen. Young men have always built houses like that. You see even commercial buildings like that one that we are facing. Let me show you. You see commercial buildings like that? Tenagwa because omusajja kyasobola kyazimba. Bashitegeere because Ugandan loans have a lot of interest, 28%. Bashitegeere. Now the people that borrow from these small banks, they even pay interest of 45%. Bashitegeere. You can imagine when we were alone a million, that's too much money. Like someone was telling me, a relative, she was telling me she wanted to go borrow money from their local circle, and they were lending them 12 million. But of the 12 million, 4 million stays in the bank. It doesn't make sense. And on top of the 4 million staying in the bank, you still have to pay interest. That's why in abroad they don't care. Cars sleep outside even if it's a Range Rover. Yes, because the bank has to also protect the car. Because you are alone. Katinze athawawe. Emmotoka yange bwe njigula ngiteekemu n'omuti nga bw'ogitwala owulira ebikusiiwa. Teekamu omuti bw'ogivuga ogijjeewa ng'ogenda ogituusa mu katawuni walingo nga bikusiiwa biyitirivu ng'ogirekawo ng'okola olugifuluma nga birekerawo olugitulamu nga bikusiiwa. Olumu ogivuga ogenda kuwulira amaloboozi gagamba nzizaayo kuba emmotoka yange nagigula na kashi okitegeera. So you guys, good morning Bashir, good morning Hami Black. Banange bagayi tukyakola fundraising so far. Someone gave me 51, another gave me 10, another gave me 10, another gave me 30. Musomesa from Smack. Nyina mkwano gwange omusomesa wa Smack avuga wish ye new module. Nemwe emirembe gy'abasomesa abavu mugiveka abasomesa b'ennaku zino balinamu ettooke ze mbabuulira. Edda nga ba HM bokka be baba ne sente ate nga ne ba HM aba abyebyemuko naye nga ennaku zino omuntu eta abantu bagezi ze nabagamba ne Kampala wano bw'obeera ng'osonda sente zo ng'omanyi okuzibala. Somesa neyanziza nnyo nammwe bana nkyasonda sente za mujulira steering ekola kerero oyo katwagala tugigule ku lwokubiri awe wakyakuli oba olwokusatu. Sofa mu akampaayo emitwalo si 10 mulowooza mpadde sente nno bannange bantu mmwe bali kunjagala. Yes. Mavo Gadgets Juko Akram is saying you cannot stop those ads. Bannange binyiiza ate kati nno bw'oba omanyidde Tekino it's okay naye tosobola okukwata ku Samsung oba iPhone okudda ku Tekino oyinza okunyiiga I'm telling you, because with every app you open nga baleeta ekirango kasi nze sikyasobola Tekino era sinza naziddamu nene ya business nayo njagala gikyusa wakuba nti Samsung okusanga dual sim naye ndagala gikyusa obulamu tetujja busobola omuntu akola mirimu gya company ng'ate alaba obulamu. Nze with my 14 to 15 million I take drop ups and big. Yeah, you buy a newer, buy the newer, you new empia. Now I'm telling you this because eyemmoloka yenywa bulungi first of all ate era nkakaalukanyi bw'oba toguze nuwa noonya kigege so ogifuna million 15 tejja kuba mpya nnyo nejja kuba esobola okugenda up and down. Naye nga nuwa eyo empiseeko iyo ogirabye eyo nuwa gye mbadde nkugamba ogule. Ate era etikka that nuwa is very hard working. 15 million you will get a good one. Kale ate olina okuba n'omugezi nga Arthur obutakubba waba obugezaako weetegeerera ojja gule nuwa eyo nkusekerere n'okusekerera. I'm telling you I will laugh at you because ezo nuwa zeetaaga abazitegeera, but that 115 million is good budget for it. Even the people, they get everything on credit cards, phones. Yes, as long as you have a good credit score, I think. Nefe waneka, you people, you are rich. Omuntu ali Kampala ng'oyina ennyumba yo, ng'oyina ennyumba ze ez'abapangisa, ng'oyina emmotoka yo oba emmotoka zo nga teri akubanja, mwe bagaayo oba mugagga nze nkubuulira. Some of the things that make Africa bad to live in, they are not our fault. They are the fault of the leaders we vote. The bad roads, the bad hospitals, those are things that are not our fault. Of course they are our fault. We vote stupid people, but we vote people that don't have ambition. We vote people that don't admire. But the rest of the things, Ugandans are hardworking. Zera ne unyomuntu agamba na Uganda bali lazy. Abatamanyi kyayogerako. Kati abavubuka bawe bakedde kusota ggaali bagenda kuyiiya. Ng'oŋŋambo y'omuvubuka. Do you know what it means to ride? Me, I rode a bicycle to town once. Do you know what it means to ride a bicycle on Ugandan roads? Omuyayi wa Harrier yankono omukono. Nga nvuga ggaali, I'm telling you, ngeri waliyo space. Yampisa side mirror ku mukono. Ne nva kuvuga eggaali era eri waka yaggwamu omukka. Kuba batabani bange tebanatuuka givuga nnene. You guys, Ugandans are hard working. Kati waliwo oli omusajja mumulengera awagala obwambe wali wansi omulengedde. You don't tell me Ugandans are not hard working. Buli kambe akawagalira nusu bisatu oba nusu bibiri oba nusu bitano naye teyekkanyiza mulimu awagala kambe ng'oli averinga ka bannayuganda tebaagala kukola. Bannayuganda bakozi, but the economic environment erina okulongoosebwa the leaders that we have. I'm telling you some of these things nze ndaba abantu nga bagamba mbu politics talina kyatuyamba. Politics akuyamba buli kimu. You see all these guys that are moving, the guys that are walking, bagenda kutetenkanya n'omuzeeyi wuuyo agenda kutetenkanya. Bannayuganda tuli bakozi. It's just that the odds we are fighting against. You guys, I don't know if you know this guy, the speaker called Vusi Tumbekeo. That's how he pronounces his name. Vusi Tumbekeo. He's South African, and several times I've watched him say, your success is also highly determined by where you are. Okitegera nti abana baboda mbalabye obusiru ayingire kubo ngalingira koze nawe appointment. Vusi Tumbekeo has constantly said your success is highly determined by where you are. He has been saying that he's a speaker. He's the highest paid speaker on the African continent, and some of them even make less money than him. Okay, those speakers, but they live better lives. They have access to things that he doesn't have access to. They have private jets. For him, he has to buy private jet, probably cash and stuff like that. There are things he doesn't have access to, which he would ideally have access to. There are resources he doesn't have access to that he would have access to if he was a speaker like in the US. You get it? So he was saying that the degree of success, the quality of life you live, is not entirely determined by your level of hard work. No. It's also determined by where you are, where you live. You sound Jamuida are staring, and we are fundraising. They are nang. You know, see which bisobolanze mukama bwakujjanga mu kuyimirira ku stage n'olinde mmoloka omwebazanga nze mbabuulira omwebaza kati ffe waffe ate mu estate ate ffe kati tuli bazungu ne bwe mba sirina mmoloka sikyayimirira ku stage taxi eyaffe ekujja waka ekuzza waka. My wife tells me bombala atakati wajja kungamba ata wabalase. So anyway, Arthur Rafu ne Mark 2 Grand eriwe esinga okunywa. Rafu fenywa baba. Rafu fenywa esinga Mark 2 Grand because Mark 2 Grand is 2000cc but it has a VVTi engine. Okitegeera. So ebenywa bulungi. But of course Rafu eba 4-wheel drive, Mark 2 Grand eri rear wheel drive. And those loans officers hide some clauses which will make you pay extra charges in form of fine. The agreement is always not clear. Yeah, with banks it's okay. With banks, I borrowed money from Equity Bank, and I can tell you that apart from the high interest rates, I don't have problems with bank loans. As long as you get the loan, use it for what you got it for and pay back. But in a way, what those bank loans have taught me, do what you can with the resources you have. Weetetenkanye ne sente z'olina. Weetetenkanye togenda kwewola ku 28%, because at a rate of 28% ne bwoba weewolera business okujja ng'oli mubbi, okujja ng'ogenda kubba bubbi. It's very rare for you to borrow at 28% and make the mark. 28% is a very high rate. Abamu beewola at 35%. Weewola ki ekyo business ki gy'ogenda okukola? Era ekuwa magoba genkana ki? Ayino 28% omaze obbasasula sente waliwo charges bakuwaawaawo z'osasula awo. Bw'oba weewola $1,010,000 ogenda okwesanga $5,000 gagenze mu charges, kitegeeza weewoze mwenda kitundu. You get what I'm saying? Loan is a bank simbi na yen no. If you can avoid them, avoid them. You're trying to make your life. We should stop hiding. But now today's network, I'm going to switch back to my data. It's going to go off briefly, but bear 1 2 guy, let's stop trying to pretend that we are borrowing money to make life better. No. That was borrowing money, they were not borrowing because why? Natera ndikwaka mwezi simanyi ongera noonyawo buno gwe tambula nkusangewo tambula nkusangewo Mweba guy, there is a friend of mine that I know that is attempting to get money from the bank. But the real problem is not that they don't have money. The problem is that husband and wife are not in sync. The man wants things, the wife wants development for the home. The man gave up on it. Zafuna wozalya. Olumulezo omukazi azikwata n'akolaki. N'azirya. Because the woman says that the only way we can get money and actually do something is if he knows that it's loan money. Woman is scared of starting a business. They already have money for a bar. But the woman is scared of starting that bar because the man will come and drink all the beer. Sometimes it's us the men that have the problem in relationships. Actually, the woman was telling me, but you guys, abakazi tuyita mu bintu nobera nga bawo yakuze mabega okitegeera olumu takuwa sente za kameeza kyokka atayagala emmere okitegeera kyokka ayagala n'abaana babe. You get, in a way, what she said kind of made sense, but I think someone needs to sit down men ababulire. If there is a man here that behaves like that, you don't give your woman money for food, yet you want food. Even when she makes her own money, you take it and eat it with other women sometimes. We have to sort ourselves as men. I think our generation of men has not been prepared very well. And I think it started with women thinking that they can raise kids on their own. The moment you start thinking you can raise kids on your own as a woman, that's where it starts, because there are values that a boy child needs to have that can only be passed on to him by the father, not by the mother. Good morning, Arthur. Would you recommend an Alteza or a Spacio old model? Alteza with beams will probably give you a better experience, but Spacio old model, people just love them. And also you can get a Spacio old model with 7 seats. The Alteza is definitely not 7. So it depends on what exactly you want. You can use a script ad blocker. I used to suffer a lot with my Samsung. It's a matter of adding a link in the DNS privacy settings. Then Dr. Jonathan, if you wait a binda live, if you just binda go podcast. But now I'm doing a test podcast on it's going to be Wednesday. On Wednesday I'm doing a test the first podcast. It will be testing okulaba signals zitia olaba nga radio we testing. Then I'll do a schedule for podcast. We'll be having at least 1 podcast a week for the beginning. Then as time goes on, we can have more. Arthur, do you think minimum wage would be a good concept or not? Do you think it's okay for UG to be a free market economy? It's not good. It has never been good. Government should regulate how much people earn. I think it's so that if someone cannot afford employees, they don't start businesses. I find that some people start businesses when they should not be starting business. They should actually be employed somewhere. That's my view. Right? Like some businesses should be having one employee. Nino msanga inaka restaurant afinya abantu mukaga buli omwamu 13 why not just have one hard working employee omuwo mutwaro gumune ekitundu ontegeera. But of course that's my view. I think we need the minimum wage in Uganda. We need the minimum wage. That's a fact. Tumanye nti the least earning person, if they are employed, earns 150. And we all know 150 cannot sustain someone a month. And then we should also know that the person that earns 100, we need to start being fair to people. To be fair, the least earning person makes 150. Atera 150 akola this number of hours so that people can also boba mwe mitwaro 15 zimwe na yabe nga asobola ogenda okula ke walala okitegeera nego omuntu omwe mitwaro 15 ate no yagala tabako kirala kyakola from 150. You also want them to not do anything else. Eh? Abera wo mu business. You wanna guys, I'm meeting someone here. But our broadcast today, the broadcast can even go longer. Because this is the only meeting I have today. Let me call him. Arthur, it's Tembekeo. Munange. No, I heard him say his name. He says Tumbekeo. That's how he says his name. I tell you, you cannot think you know someone's name better than him. If he says Tumbekeo, he pronounces it Tumbekeo. Arthur, the new you're telling me is it's 2000 cc starch. Arthur, twawulira fuel tuwara ne road tuwara. Twawulira nze sijja zaawula kuba saagala muzigule. Zonna byebimu. Ndi kafuta kano kasiba kaita ka BF. Mwe nze zo nowe nkade saagala muzigule. Tezina makulu. Sijja ziba awulira zireke. Temuzigula kati a young person of our age, there's no reason why you're buying that new old field towards Simanya Road, towards Simanya Beach. I'm in love with Forester 2014. Yes, go for it if you can afford it. Go for it. Subarus are very good cars, by the way. They are not better than Toyota, but they are very good cars. They are not better than Toyota, but they are good cars. Toyota will always be better than Subaru, but Subaru is a good car. Good morning. As I talk about the 5E engine. 5E ebera mu kisi ebera mu kosa oba ebera mu studied. 5E ebera mu studied. It's an okay engine, really. Ekati nze sina muntu for the love of cars gwenyagaliza gula motoka ezo nkadde. I'm telling you guys. Sina muntu okujjako ngugula project car, and that needs to be car number 2, number 3. Okitegeera borrow with Stanbic. Patrick, tell me about Stanbic. This side no ITEL Techno. The technology is for third world countries. For me, I'm a man of Samsung since my childhood. Yes, and I kati ndiwa Samsung atonzijao. What the screen is a bay. Tonzija ku Samsung. Kogwe ko kakole. Je bale ko. Kale. Je bale tulondage when signing. Gula. Nebintu yange bigwadde. Bintu kwa kuloku kusatu. Signing awo. La kafana. Ekeza wajigula dda. Kafana yateka. kajja kafuna Julia style
Kalina.
Okaina eh?
Sijine chayo gyokozesa manyo.
Yo.
Kuva ngo katunze bakuyitiriza.
Kuba nimesi.
Lawyer yageza.
Byomubiri naye.
Lawyer tomulina.
Kwata. Ogiraba negundi yaabwe.
Era mujja okujjira.
Ne receipt yennyini eh?
Nazo mwezi.
Anzirina ezo zange. Kale kambalinde ku lwokubiri. N'okimanyi nti nvuze okuva ewange eri kilomita 4 nga kyekindeese ekyo olwakuba Julius teyayogera nti ne transfer rate.
Ngeri gye namugamba nti endagaano. Nangame nti yayogera ku ndagaano yokka.
Amazima byayogerako byokka era bye nanoonya.
Yatenga neeno yesinga obukulu.
Kale. You are very true, Arthur, about loans. As young people, we should avoid bank loans. Bank loans don't make sense. Move guy. Bank loans don't make sense. Zimbabwe, 28% is a very high interest rate. Very high in Zimbabwe. Kambaze kubala kati mulinyumirwe nga tulize ematuga. So for you guys abaina podcast nga goina mwaka sente ko ngoyagala the podcast to come to you. My podcast can actually come to you. Dr. Jonathan boboli nedwaliro ngoyagala podcast ebeera nga twagala kujeno yagala nzije or to demonstrate ngide simanya kati the lungs look like this, when you smoke this piece falls off, things like that. I can come there and the podcast can move. Mweche mbamanya technology gwenkozesa yo ha picnic mujira bwenyirira. Debt is very big liability. It's financial risk coupled with business risk. Uganda we live in borrowing. The Uganda we live in borrowing is very risky. Man, ate the funny thing is you borrow and enda kudayo ngabo yenzize ndowooza jambo atajja kunsumbua. The fact is you borrow atenga ne business yennyini, the survival rates are very low. So this friend of mine that wanted to borrow money yana yasajja ba taxi oba bategeera batya oba emitwe gikola gitya akola lane yokunanga alabe yokusatu tetambula. So I told this friend of mine that wanted to borrow money, nemugamba, you guys have to sit down with your husband and mukanye. A couple is a couple. You guys bamba mwasala mugenda bera mwena forever. The man has to understand the woman and the woman has to understand the man. By the way, some people have very poor saving habits, so they turn to bank loans because they know with the loan he has to pay back money and not blow it. But guy, I've told you about the prudential thing that I'm saving with. There is also UAP. You can save your money in schemes like that give you profit. They give you very little profit, but if your money is not readily accessible, I believe that you can save it better. So for me, that's what I recommend, that put money where it's not readily accessible. You can save for 5 years, 9 years, 10 years, and fix that money ngatogenda zikwatako. Save the amount that you can afford to keep away. Because ideally mu Uganda wano emitwale 10 okufaako tekitwala ddakiika, and you have lost 100k. So why not put that 100k somewhere and forget about it? Every month put it away for 5 years, and in 5 years ojja kuba ne million ndoza nga mmeka. Million katulabe, if you put away 100,000, that will be 1.2 per year. You'll have about 6 million in 5 years. There, it can help you do something. Now, if you put it in a place where they give you some kind of interest, in 6 years, the interest like 7 million or 8 million. That money can come to your rescue to do something instead of borrowing. Corolla Chikumi and Corolla Chivina, which one is better if it comes? The Chikumi is better because the Chikumi is 1500 cc, the Chivina is 1800 cc and 2000 cc. But there are some Chivinas that have 1500 cc engines, although they are not very common, but they are there. There's a Chivina zosanga bajitwa million munana because it has a 1500 cc engine. But they are there. Our problem is poor mathematics, but everyone has the ability to be well off. But ne became obinji. True, it became obinji. For me, I think that one of the things that a young man could do is have a partner, a saving partner. If you're not yet married, then if you have good friends, they can help you move forward. But if you have like a partner, you have a girlfriend or wife, then that should be your partner. You getting a woman that even you women getting a man that is mugwagwa will also keep you backward. Like the friend I've been telling you about, with their husband, they have worked together. They have some considerable number of assets, but she's even scared of starting a business because the man is not cooperative. When they decide to save, so now this person has decided that let them sell some of their assets, because that's the only way she can get some money and keep it. Because when they sell their asset, the man will keep something, the woman will keep something. The man will not come for the woman's thing, because even the man himself will have his own thing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Good morning, Omukuru. How good is the Vanguard? 30 million. Vanguard 30 million, because the Vanguard right now is about 60 to 70 million. So 30 million, Jakuba, one of those very first number plates. It will be a very good one. You know, Jakufuna model is a soka. But it's the Vanguard is a very good car. It's a very good car. Please, Arthur, talk about the 5E engine that is usually in Costa Super. CMB engine here, for me, that's what I know. You should only buy it if it's the only option. Personally, I don't recommend that young people right now buy cars that don't have VVTi engines. If you can afford, always buy a car that has a VVTi engine. I'm telling you. First of all, that engine's health is entirely dependent on the mechanic. That's one thing. Nothing of VVTi was really, but VVTi, you can diagnose, you can find problems and fix them. Which take it, right? Now, 5E. I really don't recommend that you buy those old engines. They should bring back the law about illicit dress code for ladies. Why? Banange tugenda kufa. Oba otwala school fees waba kids ekyana ne kikuyisaako nnyashi. Baba bambala bubi. But I'm even wondering, like in Africa here, which man allows their woman to walk out of their house dressed indecently? Like, what is your woman going to show to whom? Ebintu byalina okwambalira mu kisenge kati abyambala agenda mu bank. Arthur, Mark X is why Mark X is very cheap? It's not cheap. It's not. It's just you who thinks it should be expensive. The Mark X is not cheap. It's at the price that it should be at. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's at the price it should be at. It's 2,500 cc rear wheel drive. What do you expect? That's the value. Enywa ate sikira mabega ate ina low ground clearance, but it's very comfortable. Arthur, did you look at prices of Subaru Imprezas you'll be selling? I have not yet. kusayininga biki ebyo mpapula so don't blame that man. If you work with your woman, you men, the list the woman is building is not hers. Era bwebaba boogera bagamba mwami Kisenyi mukozi tebagamba mukyala Kisenyi mukozi. They don't say that. When they look at the things that I'm doing, regardless of whether I'm working with my woman, they be saying, but Arthur works. Arthur is hard working. Tebamanya nti I have support, I have a backbone. Okitegeera. Ka network failed for a good. Yeah, ka network kava Forester 2013 is all-wheel drive and it's 2000 cc. It can consume more than Kaundo, which is 2.4 liter. No, it can't consume more than 0.4 liter. It can't. One thing you need to understand about all-wheel drive is that the all-wheel drive system is automatic. It's not like all the 4 tires have power all the time. The all-wheel drive system directs power to the wheels that need the power. So it's not that all the tires are moving at the same time. No. So omwana wo yadduse pitch. So that's one thing. Tesobola kunywa kusinga Kawundo. Ekiteba kulimba. John, I believe it can, since Subarus are all-wheel drive, but it depends on if the Kaundo is two-wheel drive. That's my opinion, though. Yeah, Norman is right. Nayate, all Toyotas that are four-wheel drive these days come with a button. It's not four-wheel drive all the time. It's not four-wheel drive all the time. It's four-wheel drive when engaged with a button. Yeah. But 2.4 liter is 2.4 liter, my brother. Yeah. And 2.0 is 2.0. So there is no way 2.0 consumes more than a 2.4. Okuja Konga, it's the old technology. The reason why most Subarus consume more than Toyotas is because the guys that drive Subarus, they drive them like they are going to die today. And that if they died without driving fast, they would regret. Abambazili nyanyo. Arthur, good morning, Jerome. Is Alphard all-wheel drive? Alphard C a four-wheel? Yeah, four-wheel. Yeah, button. Arthur, how reliable is the Beams engine? The Beams engine is a very good engine, by the way. I'm going to research. But the Beams engine is one of the best engines ever. Yes, it's one of the best engines ever. First time at Ojakujusa, you buy. More Arthur, between VVTI engine and Valvematic, which one is better engine? People are scaring. Network akali kabi nnyo naye. If someone is selling a Valvematic engine car, ask that person how many Valvematic engine cars he has driven. Abasinga boogera bye bawulira. Muve ku b'olugambo bannange. The Valvematic engine is definitely better than VVTI. You know, Ababan, they don't improve technology for nothing. The Valvematic engine is better. Bana network. Mukyomanya nti the run The Alex interior totally looks like my interior here. The Ranex interior is quite the Ranex. Yeah. They were We've also started doing pre-purchase inspection for cars. Just that majority of people have understood the homework. Toyota is the way to go. But there are people that like Toyotas. But we have helped someone inspect, then we have so far people inspect like 4 Subarus. You have also started, okay, how good is a Vanguard at 30 million? Elevera kunamba chi. Jore mnade nkuzem. Uno Vianney yakagula Vanguard. Vianney, how much did you buy your Vanguard from the bond? How much did you buy your Vanguard from the bond? Vianney, how much did you buy your Vanguard from the bond? Kati oba jamu avawa. Vianney no ninze, I'm waiting for your answer. How much did you buy your Vanguard? Genda mujamu ono kanviireko wano. Kanviireko wano neetoloola at least. Good morning, Samuel. Yes, mwebagayi, question Friday. Lero lwammwe. Sinyumya. Naye mwe bu small banks, so those small banks manya SACCOs, they charge high interest. Bank is charging at 28. Katate zino SACCO nazo zijja mu bank. Kaneza so 28 gwe charging at 45. Nabo ne bakolako. There is a production I wanted to do and someone had rights. Nenga yeba more rights at 30%. 30%. Katinga yeye agara kumpa 45. Nemugamba sikaza production hiyo. Jamu okumachanga atofuluma ekibuga nga sisindwa wumula. Ninda kuzino sidabye ndabe. I thought I was reading somewhere that Toyota specialized in fuel efficiency and reliability. It's like their trademark. It was 2.4 ya Toyota nga 2. 2.4 is 2.4. Those ratings teziri kunonyerezaako nnyo. Ratings are ratings. 2.4 is 2.4 whether Subaru, whether Ford, whether what. Okitegeera 2.4 is 2.4. 2.0 is 2.0. Please talk about forester maintenance kubanga ya masanyalaze ba makanika in Uganda bagisobola batawanyamu naye bagisobola. This time I thought going back to Matuga is very clear. Nange bwe nalirowoozezza naye nyimidde mu traffic yinza olowooza ngenda kukololo era mwabagana okuzimba ewaffe nti bwana mujja tuuka kati nga ffe babede. How to be in a mubede in 1 year. In 1 year, Atikati, one thing you need to understand is that a lot of the things that happen to us, a lot of the good things that happen to us, like business working out, relationships working out, so many of those, the things that lead to that are out of our control. Like your relationship, for your relationship to be very healthy, where you got it, which take it also depends on the kind of woman you have. It's not entirely about you loving that woman, giving her what she needs, because even if you gave a woman what she needs, loved her so much, and she would also see if she cheats, the relationship won't work out. Which take it. So I think it's true for us to understand that majority of the things, the good things that happen to us, it's not entirely up to us. Which take it. When I want to tell you, I tell you, ekintu omutima guguga nkita abeera ba taxi bayita mukagaapu kano ekirungi noona atambuddemu kaneetooloole kaneetooloole sijja vuga kataka kaneetooloole egwe mwate temusigadde Mark 2 Grand bbiri muno okubakakasa nti Mark 2 Grand zitambula musigadde Mark 2 Grand emu. Bwe mbagamba nti gulene emmoroka mbagamba kyentegeera Mark 2 Grand motoka mwalimu Mark 2 Grand zaalimu obanga nnya kati musigaddemu emu within a period of 1 month. As you know, a second generation, you always set a man in strictly on what? About third generation actually, because they knew 2004 a second. About third generation, you have to maintain on time. Actually, in 2004, I was away to maintain on time. But now Uganda, we have a habit of service. Itako no sigarango vuga, which take air cleaner no zam. Is a more case impia. Every 2 services change the air cleaner. If possible, change your air cleaner every time you do service. Which take if you want to keep your car healthy. Bwe butamanya nnaku kati olaba oyiwakibina yinza oba ne service yakayitako emirundi ngenda okitegeera ninga ye akyavuga kati eno Corolla yange service teyitako mulundi. Arthur and the rest of it. Andrew Kuni, how are you? Arthur, would you recommend me to buy a new Rumion? Yeah, if you have the money. When you have money, finish premise of Bugaz and Moroka. Sente. Actually, whatever na sente, you start seeing how good things are, how the good things you have are good. Which take but it doesn't mean nti bokoroboza kuttakalyewa mwato ogule Moroka empya. Just make sure you have made the money. Totunda takali ate gula Moroka. Ontegeera kyenkugamba. But if you have the money, don't borrow. Don't borrow to buy a Rumion. Because the Rumion is fast losing value, by the way. Temuna bantu waliwo bana abazigula ne million yana. Esawe no Rumion teweza million ya 3.8 mu bond, I'm telling you. They are losing value. Ne mu bond yennyini kati za raisi. Okitegeera. That's why I was telling you, there are some cars that I find to be very overpriced. Okitegeera. Some cars are very overpriced. The Rumion is overpriced. And it was overpriced from the start. Neka tegenda kwesala. Era ffe kati abagumiikiza katugumiikirize. Tujja zibagulako no $15,000,000. Nze mbalinze. Ngate mutuguza bunamba. But Bwana Arthur, let's talk about the rampant road accidents. Kuba mazima, if you check on the literature review of almost all accidents recently, they have the same causes. They think that the accidents are caused by reckless driving. People don't have patience. People don't have patience. Let me tell you, if you are patient, you won't drive at night. People don't plan their journeys. if you plan your journey, you won't drive at night. And I remember the day I almost died. I was driving my Vitz. We were going to Mbarara. I had a show there the next day. We came from a show that very day. Kajamu kala bikakoka kutebuli wa mukane kanzi kakane. Olaba neno wakutte. So I had a show in Mbarara. I had a show in Kampala like today, and the show in Mbarara was tomorrow. And I don't know why I even set the shows like that. So we came from the show that day, and we set off, and I was driving my Vitz. I was tired. Nensumagira kukubo navuga kino nasumagira global bus omanyi bus okuyita ku side mirayo simanyi bwe nawugula. My first son had Urban baite bannamuzaala. My wife was pregnant with Urban. Global bus yayita ku side mirror gadi yayo. From that time sivuga kiro. Me, I don't drive at night. Either you will find that when I'm at office and I have a lot of work, I carry it home. I leave. Nebwe mbanga sigenda kunona bantu bange ku somero. Even if the Urbans didn't go to school, I leave work at 4:35 strictly. Why? I want to avoid the risks of driving at night. Olumu oboko ye. Kati abantu abamu naddala bakozesa obwongo emirimu gyaffe gya bwongo olumu kozesa obwongo n'omubiri n'enkoowa nnyo okitegeera. Kati ovuge moruko otandika okusumagira ku kkubo. I don't drive at night. That's the first thing. Because n'oyo omugagga oyo bamuyitaani oyo aponye kuvuga kiro okitegeera. Ne driver oyinza omusanga yakooye ate abantu tebasasula ba driver na bulungi. Osanga driver w'omugagga ng'oyo nga bamuwa emitwalo 3. I'm telling you, omusajja omuvuza avuga V8 nenga afuna emitwalo aga nenga avuga V8 namuvuga ntwali Mbarara ntwali Kabale ntwali Mbale ngate naaga 3 tebagamuwa mbudde okitegeera. You find a driver of an MP being paid 250k, a driver of an MP. I think that's why you even find that they get shot. Can the driver you give 250, they give him 2 million to put you at a certain spot to be shot. Why wouldn't he? You get what I'm saying? And they telling you will not be shot. Just fall down. You get it? Hey, Patrick, 10%. Hey, we need to have a discussion on that. Arthur, would you recommend buying a Primo new model? Yes, the Primo new model is a very good car. And a person that is not paid properly, because now the driver was arrested, but if you ask him how much he was earning, he can even tell you the last 4 months in Badisisa Sudu. Ochitegeera. Nenga, he drives, he has to stay in the car all the time waiting for the Mugaga to come. Ochitegeera. Vanguard, yeah, some of those cars now have no spare tires. Nekati moroka kati nange ni spare tire njireka na waka. Because I don't need a spare tire. Setaga kutambula lyo kinyambako n'okusavinga ku mafuta. Kati emipira gyange emipya ginaatula ddi. Wanzizeemu ogulu wano. Vianney bought his Vanguard 65 million. Kachiteeza 30 million oba ofuna a number that is way below that. Okitegeera. Good morning, is the front bumper for a wish available? Yes, it's there. Jeziri bazine wakiseka mundeba. Arthur, would you recommend me to buy a new Rumion? Yes, in Chizemwecha, I think. Vanguard is slightly more expensive than the Harrier, available mostly in all-wheel drive. Mosey, Patrick, speeding on a very bad road, conditions. Fesako tuziwa nyenda kwogeramu nawe Patrick tulabe. Abe, nze the issue of bad road accident isn't a genuine reason. Bad what? Of bad roads. Because roads don't drive cars. Definitely. The roads are bad, but they should not cause accidents. Better patient. Ochitegeera, bono better patient. Ate ne moroka muz maintaining. Some people have cars that are not very well maintained. Gwana ovuge moroka nga matara tegalaba. Ochitegeera. I'm asking about the letters on GX. Those are trim levels. Road conditions, a one-way road using all the traffic for both heavy and light vehicles is very dangerous. Yeah, but those are the roads we have. So just drive properly with them. Yeah, those are the tetugenda zichusa. I'd like to buy a Wish Either. know which number and yeah would you recommend? Yeah, I don't recommend number plates, I recommend condition. Omuntu agala ogule motoka nga number genda mu bond. That's why oli omusajja yani ono mukwano gwange yani Jude yali ayagala spatio nga atayagala number. Nimuga naye kakati kye kiguza spatio nga kusente zabaguza spatio eri ku UBD, you can get a UBN room from the bond nga go wetanikidde motoka yo okitegeera. Yeah, so and just like that we went to the bond and got a room okitegeera. So kati gwe omuntu awuliranga you really want a new number plate, go to the bond, you'll have more peace with that car. Just go to the bond. Because the jam on Bombo Road is always too much. Actually, in the Limpita Muchitezi, but now I go through the jam. Emotoka yange yafanga nnyo nga mpita Chitezi because of the potholes. Then I realized that the fuel here temoyongera mafuta gali awo. So I just drive the jam. I realize if you can afford the car, you should be able to afford fuel. Yeah. And this borrow to buy valuable. Let me tell you, I have a friend that deals in land. And he can tell you taka likwata. Osobola okugula ploti y'ettaka ng'ogenda gifunako $1,300,000 ne kwata emyezi 8. This is not still not a very valuable business. After you have talked like a soldier, those are the roads we have. Just drive on them. Yes, me, I drive on those roads, and I want to keep safe. I want to grow up and raise my kids, possibly even see my grandchildren, because in the world nzadde abaana babiri nsobola okuweza ssente ezinabeera n'abazzukulu bange ba aban tebagenda kuzaala baana batono bo balina obuvunaanyizibwa okukuza ekika. Actually bo ne bazaala babiri baba banfunidde abaana 4 nkitegeera kale naye bwe bazaala abalenzi babiri tuba tuweza ekika nze omu nabo 2 ne bali abaana 2 tuba tuweredde ddala kati obagateko n'abawala baba baagadde. Of course sobola bakaka, but ideally kati nze kitaabwe nzadde nsobola okutegeka kati bo bajja kuba tebategeka nnyo ekitegeera. Yeah, but you guys, today is question Friday. Ask any question. Abantu we bali abaddamu abalina ebibuuzo by'aba Dr. Jonathan is there. Ask questions. Ask questions. Question Friday. Let me hope you guys are doing well. Little question Friday. Bibuzo byokka. Chovolaba. Wakirole abadde atikkula amatoke yaleese obusimu nti zino emmotoka eziva eno wansi ku main road zibadde tezitambula nga zikwata wali kitegere bwe zikwata wali ne ziri eziva eri ziba tezikyatambula. Jam is caused by also human ndozo olaba. This is exactly what is happening here. Okitegeera kati neyeesanga nga eyo sound ye tugenda gijjamu wiiki ejja yo steering rack tugenda kigula bannange viani gwo mukuba bedde bennyine wano tubadde tukola fundraising wano nga tugula steering rack buli omu nga mpeereza ssente gwe mu bedde ababedde muweereze ssente bannange tugenda tugula steering rack kamba kuba oluseke ne Mungu akwata habari kati ono jamu gwe mwogerako kati ate abadda mu kibuga bannange kajjamu. Actually Bombo Road bw'oba oyagala okubeera ne peace, you should leave home before 6 or at 6. If you leave home at 7, jamu aba agenda kukwata bubi nnyo. Leave gana abave wakasaawa 2 ate oba ogenda tambula olage kuba jamu bwakwata aba akutte. Actually Mulika Junction kati jamu akwata because abayingira nabo bagwago ayingira nga talina gy'alaga. By the way, also some drivers are funny. Akulaba ng'omuyisa then he increases the speed. Basiru nze abo mbaagala nnyo, nze wemba nkuyisiza ng'ovuga mpola nkujja ne ku kkubo nkujjako nkujjako ku bbala bw'oba toyagala kuyisa vuga speed lwakuba ate naffe abayisa olumu tuyisa kajanja nga tolina musimu tolina kuyisa olagawa naye ate era netuyisa parcel setting. The parcel setter is a very nice car, in a 7 seats I think. It's a 7-seater. Moroka nungi baba. Parcel setter moroka. Na ite ina spare tire by the way. Elinga Vanguard. Parcel setter te ina spare tire. Eba 15. But the engine is made by Daihatsu. So that engine I cannot guarantee okuwangara. But it's a very nice car. You buy. Why do you prefer Kawundo than Forester 2013? Yet you have said Forester consumes less. Now I think the Forester is more reliable. No, owa Kawundo akuyaka ekikyala. Ate kati kyechinguze moroka eyebbeeyi nga sigenda lyeswaga. Namwe ebintu ebimu mbadde manyi mumanyi bwe mbirowoozamu. Kawundo eryeswaga okusinga Subaru. Erirya nnyo. Kuba ate ezo Forester ezempya sigamba nti zina amasasi. Tirina amasasi. Okitegeera kati eyo Kawundo eyo gwe kyogala oleeta Forester gwe eyo Kawundo mutuleke omwana wa Kawundo yakuliddeko dde ekikyala alinze kyekinguze moroka eyebbeeyi nga sirya kikyala ng'owa Kawundo ayimiridde. One day Kawundo on any day Kawundo, any opinion is an overrated car. The Forester XT will give you more value for your money. What do you mean more value for your money, Vianney? Go yagala bwagazi Subaru. Etika nnyo. Because never kuba resale value Kawundo ina resale value singe ya XT. Okitegeera ekigifuula nti ina resale value okusinga ya XT nti abaginoonya bangi okusinga abanoonya XT. Okitegeera naye kati ku muntu agala obwagazi Subaru nga gwe Vianney olaba ogamba nti Subaru yesinga Vanguard. Buyagala banange if your network is poor, I'm sure you're not getting an HD picture. Tulina okusabira nnyo eggwanga lyaffe. Because if your network is poor, you're definitely getting 48p instead of getting HD, because my phone is broadcasting HD. Question Friday. Yes, Mose. Morning. Kasubire muri stede banange. Question Friday, guys. Nene tuwaka yafe banange. Tekiriza na simu yange kugaba HD. Of course me I'm broadcasting HD. Kati naffe mukyala atulumbye awutandika okumanya that the area is starting to develop. Kati Bombo Road naye atandise developing. Thank you Akram. You guys like the tires. You drive until they burst. Kubanga traffic officers in Uganda abantu abakola line endala bano bebagwagwa. Nemwe bantu mwe muyigokeera okusinga okujja mukolera line endala kuba kati ffe jamu waffe ava ku line endala. These guys that make 3 lines 2 lines they baleeta jamu wano. Subaru zisala mwana. Recently a friend bought a Subaru XV Crosstrek at 52. Nayagala ojituna naye nga getting even 38 was a challenge. Yes, Subaru zisala sente. Era kyovula mbagamba, only buy a Subaru if you're passionate about Subaru. Zinga boda ba obe musaze obe koze because ajagala. Okitegeera. Don't buy a Subaru out of excitement or out of mfunye sente. A Subaru, the only reason you should be buying Subaru is because you really want it. Nganebwe kusala tofayo. Nzeru miene ndabikira bubinyo. It's like a box kiri yawo. Bana ibagayi mu sharing, ne broadcast sociology sharing. There is a button there for sharing. You can share. You can share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Good morning. Is the golden color of cars also considered as silver? No, ever gold. Please tell me the effects of parking for long periods. I plan to buy a car, but I will mainly drive it on weekends and on leave because I work from far. That's no problem. Just when you park, you remove the battery terminal. Ojako left. Ojako negative. Any vehicle you inspect without a battery, most of the time it can't start due to wiring problems. Not always. Some batteries was a fee. How is Alphard? It's a model. And some with the manufacturers, you guys need to understand. It's just that it's like how Murwana makes plastic chairs in 2009 and he makes the same plastic chairs in 2010. Difference eba ntono nnyo. Eba ya mwaka nteri bagikola 28 no bagikola 29 tewali kyamaanyi. Night there is a lot of jam on the road today. Yeah. Anti kati abava abayingira Kampala, they came late, so now they are creating other lines and then they are affecting us also. Was anyone at Busega on Wednesday evening? I saw a video that soldier came people to clear the way for VIPs. Is it true? Those guys are idiots. They are idiots. They do it. They do it. And I think that's why when those so-called VIPs go broke, nobody even feels sorry for them because bajoga nnyo nga bali mu kintu bajoga nnyo. Like ekifo kyokuba abantu migo lwakitokeera n'oveewo. Ate nno babenga balina bye batukola. Tebalina na kye batukolera mu ggwanga lyaffe. Balya buli ssente. But on top of just eating money, ne batubonyaabonya n'otubonyaabonya. Sagala. At a Bombo Road muli babede. Because all those private cars from that side, there are very few taxis. Yeah, abantu abazibye ku Bombo Road. Anti kati namo Ginger Road ya soko kubere yaba bedi. Ginger Road, because Ginger Road is to Namugongo, Seta, Mukono. Then afterwards Gayaza Road became for Babedi. Okay? Then afterwards Hoima Road and Mitiana Road. Ochitegira. Then Bombo Road is the other road where kati Babedi are building. Ochitegira. Jonathan tebajja kunona nawe. Tebalina kye batukoledde. And by the way, me, I'm not dealing politics. I'm just saying all government officials, because they're supposed to plan for this country and they are not. Let them just do their jobs. And I'm not talking about whichever party, but Nabona, they should pull their socks. Bonna kati okuba abantu okuba bakyemigo kati tuli mu jamu bwetuti ng'obeeri ng'ojja okuba Athant Villa VIP agende lwaki teyakidde. And we need to hold those people accountable, by the way. Oza kati ba MP bakola ki? Eyo tuveeyo Dr. Jonathan yangambye ebya drone kati nange nfunyemu akatengo. Nfunyemu akatengo. You're soon stopping taxi business that side. Right. Taxi zikyaliyo. But the fact is, there are so many private cars here. There are very many. There are very many private cars. There are very many private cars here. Very many private cars. Hi Arthur, thanks for the information. My question is that what is the difference between Kawondo and Lexus? Lexus is the luxury. Lexus is single 3000 cc. Lexus is pure luxury. You can't compare Lexus to Kawondo. Kawondo is luxury, but Lexus, Lexus jireke baba. It is singers at 3000. What's the process of buying these cars abandoned at police stations? They auction. The people inside the police know when the auction happen. They auction those cars. They auction those cars. So when you know about the auction, you can go and bid. And I think they auction over every 6 months. Because I think there is a time they give you to keep your car at the police. I think they auction. Because even in Naguru now it's empty, where they used to keep the cars. And almost all police stations now are empty. They don't have those cars. Question Friday, guys. Kindly compare fuel consumption of Vanguard versus Kawondo. Primoji Jeko, that's a very poor comparison. If you're comparing those three cars, just buy a Primo. If you're comparing Kawondo to Vanguard to Primo, just buy a Primo. Vanguard and Kawondo are literally the same cars. The consumption here Primo and just buy a Primo to be Lexus is a glorified Toyota. I have one, I'm in love with it. Chidabie, Lexus is not glorified. It's a luxurious Toyota. Lexus moro kambalaga. Naira ziba zinywa amafuta okusinga Toyota. But you can also buy a Kawondo and put Lexus labelings. Hey, wana ngiso teka kuwa no label ya Lexus kumoroka yange. Nemwe Corolla mujiraba bwebara. Viani Corolla ojiraba bwebara. Ojigamba ki? What are you telling it? What are you telling the Corolla that is kubara like this? And have Voxe yiyo. Eyo. Dinda ko. Eyo Voxe. Nende Voxe simoro kambiba nange. Ate Voxe eri more comfortable kusinga Nuwa. Ezo mwaka gwe gumu kitege. So if you're looking for the Nuwa and you want atete wakute waliwe wakute oka. But I think starting Kawanda no kudene waffe ababedi batandise okujjayo. Wasebo ne waffe tewavugika mafuta ga buli lunaku nze mbabulira. Oyina okujjayo nga weetegese. Oyina okujjayo nga weetegese ne waffe bojayo nga teweetegese mboyagala kujja kubeerayo kikulya. Where are you going today? You are moving towards the country. Yes, today I'm working from home. I only came to deliver paperwork. Today I'm working from home. Weekend in Jitandise mangu. I'm waking up working weekend. But tomorrow's broadcast will be there. The Sunday broadcast will be there. In a weekend you know genda mu gym. Chiba chibe. Last weekend ku Sunday na chale wajjajja. Netunyumye embozi nenerabira. There is no Kawondo of 2000 cc standing up 2.4 liter over 2400 cc. Primo will consume less. Vanguard will give you 10 kilometers per liter on highway. Kawondo 8.8 to 9 although they have similar engines. Kati viyani kwe kaundo tojagala bwagazi 8 to 9 oba ovuga bubi. The Vanguard can give you, because the Vanguard is definitely heavier than the kaundo. Kitegeera okujjako nga Vanguard ya CVT nga kaundo si CVT. Kakati nzera sinafuuka mu bedde nze motoka empa 10 kilometers mbanjagazaati mbandabira ddala ebba ssente zange. 10 kilometers is very little. Kati kubanze yange bwempa 15 mpulira na bwinjagala empe 20 ate nga si highway, njagala empe 20 mu town. So how much can Alpha 2.4 liter show? Hey! Derike wange Alpha dobogena nnyo emitwalo nga mukaaga olunaku. Leave it alone. Fewaffe teri avuga Alphadi. Fewaffe mu estate omuntu avuga emmotoka ennene avuga Vista Deo. Yo yavuga emmotoka ennene. Ate eri 18. Waliyo omusajja avuga Subaru naye tava waka, either tava waka oba emmotoka tagivuga ng'alinnya taxi. Avuga that Subaru, the Jemuita XT. He drives the Subaru XT. But either he doesn't work or the car doesn't move, he takes taxi. Nga yagula moroka ya chimuli. Fe wafe tosinikira yo manyongo lete moroka ennene. You have to go global, stay local. Kana distika impreso yinzo marako nako. Muda wazano sigenda basi ibula. I have to buy stuff from here. Kati ngenda basi ibula. Nsobora okubigula. I have a feeling that a Canter or Isuzu of 16 will be out of life, comparing the fact that a new from the bond is 70 to 80. And kakati William, one thing you need to understand is that the people that buy these cars, they buy them to use them for commercial work. So if they buy to use them for commercial work, it means it's possible that this person buys his car nekola sente ze zayagala ekole n'agitunda ayongerezeko afune empya esinga car. I don't know if I make sense. So they don't necessarily sell those cars because they are very old or anything. Because even a new one from the bond can be bad. Na mbino kusinga eri kubala. Ate zo yingini bazisibano zisibane zitereera bulungi nnyo because they are diesel. Okitegeera. Is a Vanguard CVT and Kaundo Auto. And Chenkugaba, that would be the only reason. But they are most Kaundos are autos, definitely. Is there a RAV4 with 2006? Yes, it's there. Waliwo neza rukumu lunana zina yingini nge ya Primo new model. Izo ziba rukumu lunana, yes. Bana ekamba sibule atosula mu kyalo. Fe kibuga kyagaana Kampala muzibu tetumusobola. Kampala muzibu naye kati kamba sibule ate wano wendi nkyeyongerayo kilomita nga 10. Fe kibuga twakigaana tetukisobola, twakirekera mu ababede. Patrick, Faizo, Raymond, Abby, Martha, Isaac, Daniel, Damali, Innocent, Waswa, Bernard, Katende, Daniel, Isaac Muanguzi, manyiwa Isaac nabo banji, Bernard Ibanda, Baluku Nobat, Kavale Emmanuel, Travel Life Vlog, Daniel Ngogedeko, Derek, Michael, Akram, Kismat, King Daniel, Karis, Starch, Dennis Ngogede, Nick Wabuyi, Mavo Gadget Center, Samuel Sisye, Sande Dennis, Ahimbisiwe Dennis, Firstborn, Moses Heath, Hami Black Seviala, Edwin Mugerwa, Norman Mugisha, Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka, Senchindu John, Ken Gago, Jombwe Juma, Jorem, Ibanda Bernard, Mugumusana, Komunjara, Komunjara James,
Ojawo nga sikuviiridde tosobola kuŋŋamba
mulabe
mwayigira wammwe emmoroka olina okubaamu ovuga kilasi kye ya pamiti sibbi
bayaka wayigira na Mwendo driving school yensonga lwaki tomanyi we mpisa zaako kkubo genda Vianney Jerome waliyo Jerome ne Jorem ne aga amanya nago gantawanya Samuel network lero tutawanyizaamu naye broadcast yatujima Hamza Katongole, Richard Nabongo, Andrew Kuni, Nelson Chobe, Second Sylvester, abasigadde sibogedde mulowooza Sekabembe Victor, David Jack tumusiime, Karim, Andrew Chitamirike, bana imwe bali kubira ku broadcast temwerabira nkola pre-purchase inspection. That's how I manage this thing going. Mundetele ba customer na mujje mumpe ku sente. Mupenzi lyeko Andrew Kuni, I think Abdul Al-Fatah, assalamu alaikum. Lake Mose, firstborn, William Magezi, Hamza Katonga. Why do women break up with us? And after they say you are too good for oyabaya yenda da abaya yenda da omuntu kasita kugamba you're too good for me abakula bintu tojja musobola ayeyeye omukazi bakugamba you are too good ate nno mwe muddawo oyo mukazi. If a woman breaks up with you, pinch yourself wesuneko oba wonye okuzaalira abaana abatali babo. 3ZR it's 2 liter. Waliyo hari erimu 3ZR. Ayishuwa nga sinagirabako because 3ZR njimanyi munnu wazo 2.28. Waliyo hari erimu 3ZR sinagirabako. Hi bro, I want to buy a Mac X no matter what. You buy. Mac X is a good car. It's a very good car. Actually nange nchivuga. Just ntie wange tebasinikirayo mannyo. Naye nga nange nchivuga. Super Traders Academy. Hamza Katongo Juku. But guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Broadcast ncha saa 10:15 ez'olweggulo. Nja kubamba kusitulamu ku kuchuma mu gym. Umanyika akati nze sinywa mwenge sigenda mu kilabu sikola biki. The gym is one place where I go nange nenjoga. Mukama abawo omukisa. Mubere bulungi.